Pastrami is what's for dinner. Wow. What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode with Mama and Papa Joe. On the menu today is beef pastrami. We've got beef belly and brisket. We started this process about 8 days ago, and we're gonna get you caught up where we are right now. Let's go. So to start this pastrami, I've got a pot with 2 quarts of water that I've had heating on the stove. We're gonna put it back on the stove once we load it up with all of the ingredients. These ingredients will be in the description. This is 1.25 cups of kosher salt. Here is a cup of white sugar, a cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. About 5 or 6 cloves of garlic that I've smashed. A 1/4 cup of pink curing salt. This is the salt that will prevent your meat from spoiling while it is in this brine. And our pickling spice that we're going to use. This has got everything. It's got peppercorns, allspice, mustard seeds. I've warmed up about 3/4 cup toasted, and the house smells like I'm doing some serious cooking. All right, but warming up will just awaken these spices, and we're gonna put it back on the stove just to dissolve the sugar and salt. We're gonna let it cool first before we introduce it to the rest of the water. So while our brine is doing its thing, let's get these 2 pieces of meat that we're gonna turn into pastrami. What I've got here is a small brisket point, about 4.5 pounds. So we're gonna be kind of comparing brisket to this awesome piece of meat, a beef navel. I've never cooked it before, and I hear it's the best piece of meat for pastrami. So that is what we're gonna find out, how the 2 compare. This is 21 pounds, so I will definitely not be cooking the whole thing. I'm gonna get them out of the package and dry it off. I don't know what was going on here during processing, but it appears they started slicing this and decided against it, but it is still intact. So I think I'm just gonna cut that piece off if I can. I've got a saw if I need to break it out. All right, that's where the big boy comes into play. Yeah, it's a piece of gristle. Yeah, definitely some gristle. And there's 6 other bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I will just cut this right down the middle for 2 different cooks. Oh, I'm not gonna waste time with these. Take them out. I did not order this bone in. I didn't know that it came bone in. I'm deboning as well as removing this cartilage. Decartilaging. That was quite a bit of work. Folks, I am not tossing these. We're gonna do something with these. Split down the middle. All right, that doesn't look too bad. For this pastrami, I'm gonna go with this thick piece. I'm not expecting any problems from this brisket flat like that piece of belly. Just want to trim off some of these edges. Anything that's loose or hanging off. It's a little thin, but I'm gonna leave that fat there. All right, we're gonna call that good, folks. Nice soft fat there, nice soft fat here. We're kind of rounded well. Let our brine finish cooling, and we'll get this put to bed. All right, folks, our brine has cooled down. What we're gonna be doing now is transferring all of that concentrated brine. This is 5 quarts of water in here. This has been in the freezer for almost 8 hours. You can see the chunks of ice, nice and cold. We're gonna be brining this meat in my heavy duty brine bags. My brisket first. I like these brine bags because you're able to manipulate and move things around. 1 quart, 2 quarts. I'm looking for a good 3 quarts right here. And all I want to do here is just get out as much air as possible and give me a nice tight knot. All right, so we're fully immersed. Every day while this is doing its thing, move it around, agitate to make sure we're getting full coverage. And I'm gonna go in here slow Try not to make a mess. Same thing here. Ah, there we go, folks. That's beautiful. This is going into our fridge for about 7 days. I think the brisket might only go for about 4 days. And before we go, let me show you what I did with the trimmings. All right, so this piece I plan to cook like a dino rib or a brisket. Cut a little piece off of this in addition to that initial piece that I cut off. And I'm gonna use this, I think, to try some burnt ends at some point. I've got them vacuum sealed and marked for their purpose. These are some beef bones that I got for soup or stock. A little bit of hamburger grind that I cut off of my tallow fat. So once again, folks, very little is going to waste. We will see you right back here in about 7 days. It's been 7 days. The brisket point, I just decided to leave in the brine. The brine isn't overly salty. So what we're gonna do this evening is just simply get them out of this brine, rinsed off and dried. We're gonna place them on a rack and into the fridge overnight to develop a pellicle. And I will tell you, I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but they look like they've plumped up nicely. Definitely see a color change. I'm gonna take this, drain this, and get them rinsed off. You wanna get off as much of the pickling spices as you can. Some of the leafy pieces are gonna be a little difficult, but not a problem. You just don't wanna chew into any seeds or anything that's really fibrous. You see I've got them on a rack while they're in the fridge overnight. So I will see you right back here in the morning. All right, we're back. It's been an overnight. First thing we're gonna do is create our rub for this pastrami. We're gonna be using coriander seeds as well as yellow mustard seeds. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds and 1 tablespoon of mustard seed that I toasted really quickly. And we just wanna pulse this. We're not looking for powder. We just wanna crack them just a little bit. So that was 3 good pulses, and I think I'm satisfied with what I have there. To that, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of dried minced garlic, 1/3 cup of coarse cracked pepper, 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar. Give this a good shake and we're gonna be ready to get this meat seasoned. Our meats have developed a nice pellicle, man, sticky. This rub should have no problem sticking. And you notice no salt in the rub. There was enough salt in that brine to really carry these flavors through and through. That's beautiful. I think that will do us right here. We're good to go. Let's go get this WSM cranked up. All right, WSM is preheated. We are on our way to 250. I would love to be able to keep this at 250, but I'm hoping for 250 to 275. That's a pretty nice cut of meat. We're gonna put this on for a couple of hours. I just wanna be careful around the edges. Let's get this covered up. 6 hours in, folks, and man, I've been fortunate today. We've been stuck on 250. That's pretty cool. All right, we are cooking nice and slow like I wanted. This fat is finally starting to break down. I haven't done anything, not gonna do anything. I'm not spritzing or anything. I am thinking with the way this fat feels, we have got maybe another hour or so before we look at wrapping. Be back out here in another hour, hour and a half or so. All right, we're still tracking at 7 hours. This is where we want to be right now. Great color. Ooh, we're pushing 184 there, 173. We're gonna wrap these. And this is where I am going to veer away from my previous pastramis. I'm not gonna finish this on the grill. I'm gonna finish this in the oven. I'm gonna steam this like traditional pastrami restaurants do. Just a little plain water. Soften this paper, make it a little more malleable. That's simple enough. Let's go fat down. That's a thick piece of meat. Yeah. The plan here, sports fan, is we're going to steam in this pan. These racks are to keep the water away from our packages. So I'm looking for about 1 inch of water, and you can see this water is hot. And we're gonna come in here with our packages. Our oven is preheated to 275, and I will check on this in about an hour, hour and a half, make sure our water is not running out. We'll keep an eye on it. Almost 2 hours wrapped, folks. And because I haven't done this before, I do not have a confident idea of the timing, but I want to check. I've got water on the stove boiling just in case I need to refill. There's still plenty of water in. Oh, this smells good. 204. All right, 200. So that has still got a little ways. I think I'm going to get the point out of here, and we're going to let that big fella keep rocking for maybe another hour. All right, been another 45 minutes. I think we are very close. 204, 205. Folks, we're gonna call this one good as well. We're gonna pull it out of here, and we're just gonna let these things rest for a couple of 2 hours or so before we cut into them. We've had an extended rest because Mama went swimming. Let's see what we're looking like and get some slices. Oh, that point. That color looks really good. Lots of liquid in here. That's not good for the bark. Wow, look at all that liquid. Let's see what we're looking like. All right, not too bad. I don't even know which way the grain is running, but we'll find out. Slices like butter. That is beautiful. Nice thin slices. Wow. Mama. Melt in your mouth. Perfect amount of salt. Oh, you can taste the spices, that tang.
I think this time is better than the last time.
I really think so too, Mama. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Let's go right down the middle. Oh, yes. Nice. And we'll do the same thing. It's a beef belly.
Oh, my.
Folks, the beef belly is better than brisket. And that brisket is banging. Wow. All right, we're gonna put a sandwich together. A hot pastrami sandwich. All right, folks, we've got some toasted bread. Come in here with some Boar's Night, deli mustard. It's got horseradish. Powerful stuff. Oh my goodness. Some good warm pastrami, folks. There we are, sports fans. Look at that. Hot pastrami sandwich. We're only making one tonight. It's fairly late, so we're not gonna be too piggy. But that is a thing of beauty. Man, that is awesome. Wow, that is rich. That is balanced, tangy, nice little bit of salt. That mustard brings a little heat from that horseradish. Perfection. Long cook, folks. I could have sped it up, but I chose not to, and it paid off in the end. Tell me you don't want some of that. I want to thank you guys and gals, as usual, for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe. We really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. And like always, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla!